Good morning, T-Wolves. I'm Riley.
And I'm Aiden.
And this is T-Wolf TV for Tuesday, October 25th. If you are interested in wrestling this year, there will be a mandatory team meeting on Wednesday, October 26th at 2:30 in the weightlifting room.
Tonight, THS Volleyball takes on Orem for their senior night, and we will be honoring our 8 amazing seniors. This will be their last home game of the season. Concessions will be open and t-shirts will be thrown out. It's going to be a great night. There will also be a special performance from our very own T-Sync between the second and third set. Sophomores play at 3:30, JV at 4:45, and varsity at 6. Come ready to support your girls as they get the win.
Up next, Mr. Jensen with Students of the Week.
Good morning, Timpanogos. This is Mr. Jensen with the Students of the Week here today. We're excited to have Timberlyn Shaw, Tyler Haraldson, and Juan Alvarez with us today. We also have a couple of other Students of the Day who couldn't be here this morning. That's Alonzo Herrera, nominated by Mr. Barth, and Edith Rodriguez, nominated by Mrs. Hamilton. But I just wanted to talk briefly and have these guys say just one thing you like about Timpanogos and one thing you appreciate about the teacher who nominated you. Timberlyn.
I like how the people here are so friendly. Like, it's very different from my old school. Like, they're a lot nicer here. And Mr. Engel, he kind of puts the information he's giving across very well, and he makes it, like, fun to learn from him. So, yeah.
I like Timpanogos because it's a great environment here. I've been here, I'm a senior this year. At the other schools I've been to, like in junior high, there wasn't quite as much like community, but Timpanogos is always kind of working together from my experience. I like Rose because she kind of gives it to you straight, and she'll make me work hard, but she also works with me when I need help, and she's awesome.
I like Timpanogos because this school is super awesome, and I like my teacher, Mr. Hansen, because she is funny, and I can learn with her.
Excellent. So appreciate these great students. We appreciate all of you who are working hard every day to do the best you can. Thanks.
Tonight is THS night at Chick-fil-A on State Street in Orem. A percentage of each sale at the restaurant from 5 to 8 p.m. tonight will come back to THS PTSA. Helping them out helps you. You will get great food, and you help our PTSA be able to continue to do great things for THS students.
Josh Heward will be traveling to Antarctica for the month of January doing field research on microscopic creatures called tardigrades, also known as water bears, as part of a program called Polar Tech. He has presented his plans last week in the Little Theater to his science students.
This is Mr. Heward. I'm part of a program called Polar Trek, which is teachers and researchers exploring and collaborating. It's funded by the National Science Foundation, and in a couple months, the end of December, I'm going to be traveling to Antarctica to do some research on microscopic animals that live in the soil in Antarctica. And one of those animals that I'm going to be studying is the tardigrade, or sometimes they're called water bears. Tardigrades are well known for being extreme survivors. They can survive extreme amounts of pressure and radiation. They can be dried out for years at a time. And you get them wet and they start crawling around. This is a tardigrade in the background that's been dried out for well over a year. And I added water to it a couple hours ago, and now it's crawling around. Tardigrades are microscopic animals that have to live in water, but that can just be a small film of water, like the water that's found in between the grains of soil in wet soil. And they're part of food chains just like other animals are, so they're significant in terms of the way that they interact with other organisms. There's also some research that's coming out now that they're using the ability of tardigrades to survive drying out, and hopefully going to apply that to preserving platelets that are in our blood to help with blood transfusions and treatments of of soldiers, for example, in the field that have big injuries. They need a platelet infusion. They'll be able to make platelets shelf stable, hopefully, because right now they only last for a short amount of time. But with the same technique that tardigrades use to dry out, we can treat the platelets and get them to last for months at a time. I'll be in Antarctica from the end of December all the way through January, so that'll be the middle of the Antarctic summer. It'll be daylight the whole time I'm there. The sun will never set.
Water bears have 8 teeny legs with claws, laying up to 40 eggs during its typical lifespan of 1 year, and actually live all over the earth, usually in damp moss or dirt. We are lucky as students to have a science teacher of Mr. Heward's caliber here at THS. Good luck in Antarctica in January. That's it for us at T-Wolf TV. I'm Riley.
And I'm Aiden.
Have a great day, T-Wolves.